Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. In the last episode, we went toe-to-toe against our very own father, Norman, the normal type expert that is the 5th gym leader of the Hoenn region, in a dojo-themed battle to prove our worth as a Pokemon trainer. On top of all that, we began our journey towards Fortree, using our newly acquired hidden move Surf to finally break off of land and prepare ourselves for the other half of the region, although we didn't get very far because of the fact, once we did reach the other side, we ran into the mysterious man known as Steven once again, which led us into a team-up into saving Latias from the likes of the Team Aqua admin, Matt, trying to acquire the Pokemon for himself to further the Team Aqua's plans by using the mighty power of a legendary's Mega Evolution at their disposal. Thankfully, due to Steven's help, we drove back Team Aqua once again and earned ourselves our very first legendary in the process. Overall, definitely a pretty eventful episode, that's for sure. But honestly, now that we're officially now preparing for the other half of the Hoenn region, honestly, I definitely do think we're definitely going to be seeing a little bit more dangerous things from here on out. Just based on the fact that, one, now that we're no longer landlocked and can go over the ocean now, we're actually going to be seeing a lot more now because of the fact that, well, that was only just a portion of the Hoenn region on the left side that we've seen so far, and most of the region's on the water, so that's definitely something to make note of for sure. But honestly, here we go. Take flight, my bird Pokemon. Take flight, you say? Well, depends on what kind of Pokemon you got, Chester. Well, let's see here, you got yourself a Swablu. Not a bad Pokemon. Pokemon we've used before, back in Brilliant Diamond. But honestly, not a bad Pokemon whatsoever. But, I'm sorry there, little Swablu, but here's a Draining Kiss for you. We at least have something to do for Dragon-type Pokemon now, which is nice. Only thing is we don't have any Ice-type variants of moves, which would be kind of better in this situation due to the fact that, well, it'd be 4 times damage, and Swablu specifically is from the Hoenn region. So, well, if we had ourselves a nice little Ice Beam, that would actually be perfect. Level 29 for Caesar. I'll take it. The more levels we can get, the better for any Pokemon, just in general, but specifically Caesar is going to need as many levels as he could possibly get, just because of the fact that, well, until he gets into the higher levels, he's not going to be doing much. Well, he can do stuff, it's just that he's going to be more, less tanky, because he is supposed to be a tank, and that's the whole point of him. But honestly, it's not too bad. Lileep's definitely not a bad Pokemon. They did take flights. Yep, they crashed and burned, though. Sorry there, buddy. But, thanks for the free experience. Do kind of want to see what's behind you, though. Oh, hello. My hobby is Pokemon-amy. What? You got something to say about it? Not really. I used to use the Pokemon-amy quite a decent amount back when this game first originally came out, just because of the fact that it raises your friendship with your Pokemon, and actually lets it, get away with a couple things, like, just gives you higher chances of getting crits, to just in general, like, getting out of statuses and stuff like that. It's not a bad thing whatsoever. So, honestly, I got nothing against it, honestly. Just, it came out of nowhere, I'm gonna be honest with that lady. I like it. I don't hate it. So, definitely came out of nowhere from her. But she's going out with a Mighty Anna. We should be fine with the fact that we do have a Fairy-type move, so it's not like we're in a major problem with a Mighty Anna. Since, one, because of our Fairy-typing, it actually kind of gets rid of our Dark weakness for Gardevoir, because Gardevoir used to be weak to Dark types back in the day before Fairy-type existed. So, honestly, Mighty Anna is not a Pokemon I should ever be scared of with Cindy here. But not too bad. Level 31, we'll take that. And honestly, Donatello level 31 as well. Not bad, we got 2 levels out of that, so that's pretty good. I'm not very good at battles. That didn't look like you were that bad. You had a Mighty Anna. That's not a bad Pokemon whatsoever. But honestly, we need to not go to the right side, because the right side's going to take us somewhere else. We'll fight you, though. Bird Pokemon that fly elegantly in the sky, they're the best. Yeah, you could say that. Depends on which Pokemon you think that, though. Oh, Pelipper. Pelipper's not bad. Definitely depending on the situation, though. But honestly, Rain Dance and Hurricane is pretty good on Pelipper. So if you have both of those, I'll definitely say you're probably perfectly ready for whatever you need to fight against. But you're using Protect, which is a common move to use for Pelipper, in my opinion. You can, trying to remember exactly the moveset you would go. But it's kind of, because Pelipper can be kind of stally. I think it's Protect, and then it's Roost, then it's Rain Dance, and then it's Hurricane, I believe is the moveset people normally use on him. It's been a while, I'll definitely be honest, but Pelipper's not a bad Pokemon. Erg, I crashed. Yeah, you definitely did. Just like the other guy, he crashed and burned, but you just crashed. Sorry there, bud, but I did see something over here that I want to go grab. I think that's a citrus berry tree. Not 100%. Oh, no, it is. Okay, cool. Thought it looked like that. Although it only says 2, even though I could see 3 on it, but I'll take what we can get for citrus berries. Because these are not bad. Citrus berries are pretty good for any kind of tactics that you want to do for throwing a berry on the Pokemon before the battle starts, and then if it gets to the halfway point, it'll basically heal it all the way. So it's not a bad thing to have whatsoever. But it really depends on the situation. Oh, Wingull. Well, that was not what I was expecting. Out of all the Pokemon to find on this route, did not expect to see a Wingull here. Also, never caught one apparently. Which makes sense. And I was expecting that to not knock that out, actually, to be fair. But, okay. Well, sorry there, Wingull. Looks like another day for you, buddy. But off we go to the... Actually, wait a minute. Before we go running off, why are you looking up this route? You okay? Thanks to that Arun dude, I've been awakened to the adventure that is building a secret base. Oh, he's talking about Arun. Okay, he went to Fortree based on what he said when we last saw him, when he gave us secret power to be able to make our own bases. We never did it, but it's still, you know, it was nice to have, in general. He said that he would be waiting for me with the secret base guild, but Fortree City is far away. Well, it's not that far away. It is decently far. It's a pretty decently long route for 119. But honestly, it's not that bad. It's no good. When I ride my bike in the tall grass, nobody can see my coolness. It used to be back in the day, if I remember this correctly, when you rode your bike, this guy actually would say something different. He would say that you couldn't go through the tall grass with your bike. But because that's changed, he actually changes his dialogue. But that's pretty funny, though, that I even remember that. Also, Search of Zero. What Pokemon are you? Oh, it's a Tropius, or however you say it, but the banana Pokemon. The banana neck Pokemon. Okay, pretty cool to see. Was not expecting to see you immediately on this route, even though I believe this is the first route you can actually run into them. But, honestly, in this case scenario, I think Draining Kiss should be low enough damage to... Hopefully, yep, okay, cool. Oh, it's trying to use Whirlwind. That could be... Well, that would only swap our Pokemon, to be fair, but it would kind of mess things up when we're trying to catch this thing. Plus, the not being swapped out would let us keep out our extra experience for the single Pokemon being on the field. Not too bad. We got ourselves a Tropius and one and done. Not bad. Not a bad Pokemon to get in a one and done, honestly. Just because I think it does have some decently lower catch rates than other Pokemon. But Tropius, the fruit Pokemon, grass flying, 6'7" and 220.5 pounds. Children of the southern tropics eat as snacks the fruit that grows in bunches around the neck of Tropius. This Pokemon flies by flapping the leaves on its back as if they were wings. And obviously, as you can see, the fruits on the neck is obviously bananas. But it's not a bad Pokemon. Definitely a pretty... It could be funny, but it's actually not that bad of a design either, in my opinion. I actually quite like Tropius. I don't know how many people have the same sentiments about that, but It's one of the ones I like, honestly. Never... actually, no, I think I've used Tropius once in a playthrough, but is a long... That was, like I said before, with Sapphire or other Pokemon games, when it comes to games that are like the older ones, it's been a while. It has been a while. But the ones that we've revisited, obviously, those are recent, so those are a little bit different of a situation with those ones. You don't know who I am, do you? Nope, you're just an average bug catcher, as it looks like, based on the fact that I could barely see your butterfly net. Well, I don't know you either. Let's just battle anyways. Oh, okay. Fair enough. But let's see here, you got... Okay, Greg. You got yourself a Beautifly. Not a bad Pokemon. Bug flying. So, not much we can really do at the current moment. Because, one, we don't have electricity. We do have rock. So, Caesar would actually work here. So we could go for the 4 times weakness here. So, you know what, Caesar? Perfect time for you to actually shine. Since this will actually be a really good fight for you. Although Silverwing is... Ooh. Yeah, that might be a problem. Hopefully it doesn't go Silverwing again. Okay, it's going Mega Drain. We're perfectly fine then. Thanks for the free survival there. Because if you went for that again, you probably would have won that fight. I'm going to be honest. But there we go. 4 times weakness to the Beautifly. And 1,000 experience for Caesar. I'll take it. Basically brought us to level 30. Almost. So, not too bad. Level 34 for, I think, Lily, that was, I think. But not too bad. We did pretty good. Could have been much worse. Also, I skipped by your dialogue. What'd you say, buddy? Until you go away somewhere, we'll keep on mimicking your every move. Okay, if you say so. But, oh, it was Razor that hit level 34. I was wondering which one hit that. But not too bad. I'm guessing he was talking about his bug catcher buddies. We're all gonna mimic our moves, which... It feels like that sometimes with Pokemon trainers, that you're like trying to run past. They immediately look towards you when you're walking past them. It's something I've noticed about these trainers sometimes. With just in general with older games. I don't know if it does it in... Well, technically Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet are a little bit different, because Scarlet Violet you don't have wild trainers the same way, you have to talk to them. And then in Sword and Shield, well, on the routes it was different, where they could look at you at like the old games, but in the wild area when you had trainers in there, they were different. But honestly, not too bad, honestly, with it's not like the hardest thing to stay away from or stay clear of some trainers, but some of them you are forced to go through. But honestly, not too bad. Because we are dealing with a bunch of bug trainers right now, let's throw these Caesar at the front. It's a free little bit of experience. We're the Mimic Circle. We mimic what you do. Okay, well, let's see what you got. Oh, you're a little bit more creepy. But Bug Maniac Brent. Okay, what you got, buddy? Oh, you got a Masquerain. Okay, Masquerain's not a bad Pokemon by any means. It's Surskit's evolution. But honestly, the Intimidate could be a problem, but the thing is we're special attacking, so it's not that much of a problem. Ooh, it's going straight into Air Cutter, though. But thankfully, because we're Rock type, it didn't hurt as much. If it was going for the Bug typing, it would be much more of a problem. But thankfully, we got pretty lucky there. But it's going for multiple Air Cutters. Thankfully, for the most part, that's only a critical move that we need to worry about, but... Honestly, other than that, it looked like we were going to be perfectly fine against Masquerain there. But another 870. There's our level 30 for Caesar. That definitely is good to see, because the more experience we can get, the higher and higher levels or our stats are going to go, and the better we'll feel later, because the more we can get at that, we'll actually see much more of an impact from Caesar later. Now we're going into Ninjask. Okay, Ninjask is a different story. Since Ninjask is fast, but it might not use a bug move. You going for a bug move? Yeah, you are. You're going Fury Cutter. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. I was thinking that was going to be much worse than it was, but it was actually pretty simple. And down goes Ninjask without a single problem whatsoever. Not bad. But level 32 for Cindy, and level 33 for Jane. Cool. Counter... Counter is kind of iffy. I like Power Up Punch more, honestly. Depends on how you use the counter, to be fair. But the thing is the Pokemon's not that slow. Also, Osborne hit level 36. Whoopsie, I lost. Yeah, you did, buddy. But level 36 is something I like to see, because Osborne, our Marshtomp, is finally evolving into what will be his normal evolution for his final evolution. Since, technically, there is, for the starters of this game, and the starters for, well, the Kanto starters in X and Y, all had Mega Evolutions. So, definitely pretty cool to finally get our Swampert. The only thing is we can't use Mega Evolution on Swampert yet, because obviously we don't have the Stone Fort. But we'll definitely take our Swampert now, since I'll definitely say I like Swampert a lot more design-wise than Marshtomp. Marshtomp is one of those designs that I really don't like that much, to be honest. I feel like it could look better, but I'll definitely say Mudkip and Swampert I really like. But honestly, not too bad. We definitely are going to be eating pretty good with the fact that Swampert's now here. And Swampert can definitely hit like a truck, depending on the circumstances. But not too bad. We'll definitely take what we can get. Hello there, bud. I thought how you fly is by catching a whole flock of bird Pokemon and then hanging onto them somehow. But it turns out there's an HM move called Fly. I don't know what. I don't know, in a way. My dream came true. But I also feel like I lost my dream. It feels really strange. HM Fly, you say? Oh, hello. There's a bunch of Wingulls in here. I heard you, that somewhere there's a cave called the Cave of Origin. They say that the spirits of the Pokemon are revived there. Could something like that really happen? Well, that's what they say about ghost Pokemon all the time. Look at you. You must be tired. Why don't you and your Pokemon take a rest here? We'll definitely take a free heal, if we can get one. I was thinking this is, I was thinking maybe we could get HM Fly here for a second. But, thank you for the heal. I'll take it. But, let's definitely say goodbye to the Wingull house now that we're perfectly ready to keep going. And those are the, I think that's Pinap berries, if I remember the name of those. Hello, you not a trainer? Can your Pokemon use the move Secret Power to make secret bases out of a big pile of grass? Yeah, we definitely can. But let's definitely, take on our nice, duo over here, because we got ourselves a double battle. Alright, you're the first trainer we've met since we formed our team. We're Brains and Brawn. Get ready, because here we come. Oh, you're the first trainer we've met since we teamed up. We're called Brains and Brawn. We'll do our utmost. Okay, well, Brains and Brawn, let's definitely see what you got. Since you're definitely going to be a psychic and a fighting type team. Technically, you could use Metatites, but honestly, kind of curious on how this is going to go. Because the Machoke is kind of scary. But, in essence, if we do this in a certain way, I think we'll be fine, for the most part. I'm going to go for Giga Drain on the Kadabra, and then I think what we'll do on the Machoke is try and outspeed it, and then get rid of it completely. Okay, you're giving me the identification move. Okay, well, do what you want to do there, Kadabra. Let's just get the Machoke out of the way so we don't have to worry about him, because Machoke will smack Caesar into little itty-bitty leaf paste, if I'll be honest there. So it's probably best if we let him not cook, let's be honest there. But honestly, I'm gonna just say let's just go full out on Kadabra here. I think we can go Psychic. I think that should still do normal damage. Psycho Cut shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that didn't do much. But yeah, definitely that letting the Machoke stay any longer than it needed to would have been a bad call. Just because of the fact that Caesar's a rock type. But not too bad, we got ourselves level 31 out of that, which is pretty good, and also I saw a 3 in defense go up. I like the sound of that. And Gastro Acid. I actually forgot what move that is. Is that better than just regular acid? No, it's not. It's something completely different. The user holds up the stomach acids on the target. The fluid eliminates the effect of the target's ability. Can be good, but acid actually does damage and it can poison. Well, no, wait, I'm thinking sludge, but acid drops the special defense stats, which can actually be helpful for us since we're special attacker. So I'd rather just say no to the Gastro Acid. If we can get like something like Sludge Wave, I would like that, but I don't remember if we can learn that type of move. Just because not every Pokemon can learn every type of move, obviously. But I think something like Sludge Wave would be pretty good. Thank you very much. We learned a lot from you. Well, thanks, Jail and Kale. We'll definitely take the niceties. But off we go to the other side of this bridge, though. Since we're definitely making some progress here, we can definitely take a look on our map where we're at now. About halfway through Route 119 now, though. Getting pretty decently far. Do you use your detector mode? Or, okay. I kind of repeated myself there. It was just like, I don't know why, just my voice was like, wait, what did I say again? Do you use detector mode in the Dex Nav? Apparently, the more you encounter the same Pokemon, the better the search function will be. Its accurate search capabilities allow you to find rare Pokemon. They say you can find Pokemon with strange moves or rare abilities, which is how we technically got our Sableye. So if you guys are wondering how we ended up getting our prankster Sableye, it's by searching for enough Sableyes for it to make it happen, pretty much. But, like I said before, we caught Sableye in episode, but it's not the same Sableye as we caught in that episode, obviously. But, what we did was, I brought one over from Omega Ruby that was around the same level. The only difference is that it had Prankster, and it had the Egg Move Recover. So, honestly, pretty cool, since it's something I really want to use. You never get to really use Hidden Move, like, you know, or not Hidden Moves, Hidden Ability Pokemon very often. And the only time you really get to do so is if the game gives you one. So it's like, if you're doing like a series is what I'm saying. So like I'm doing right now, you really wouldn't get the chance to. So it's definitely nice to actually be able to use a hidden ability Pokemon, because some hidden abilities are like kind of like needed for some Pokemon. And although Sableye is not forced to use Prankster, it's definitely one of the better abilities of Sableye in general. But honestly, I'll definitely take Razor over what we started with for sure, though. Because the first one we started off with was definitely not on the side of what we needed, but ended up being pretty decently, you know, it was a decent Pokemon, since it's a Sableye, but just the differences between the fact that one, hidden ability, the egg move, and just in general, the fact that we got an adamant nature, it's a pretty good Pokemon. It's definitely going to be helpful later. But let's see here. Kecleon, the color swap Pokemon, 3 foot 3 inches, 48.5 pounds. I see that they liked putting 0.5 a lot in the weight categories. Kecleon alters its body coloration to blend in with its surroundings, allowing it to sneak up on its prey unnoticed. Then it lashes out with its long, stretchy tongue to instantly ensnare the unsuspecting targets. Which is, you know, pretty true. It definitely likes to stay invisible. Kecleon used to be completely invisible, and that's how you actually caught them originally. But I'm pretty sure you could still find them outside of battle. It's just that it was a lot harder in the older games. And I'm pretty sure it was Sapphire and Ruby that also had that function. But, okay, well, I was expecting oh, we got a Horde. That's a first. We haven't actually seen a Horde battle in this game for normal gameplay reasons. But this would be a good way to find yourself a hidden ability Pokemon too. But it's a little bit harder. But this is definitely going to be one of those we just run from, because a bunch of level 12s isn't really worth going for experience-wise. But honestly, yeah, that's definitely a function. I was just not expecting to run into that function, to be fair. I'll show you my true potential of my bird-type Pokemon. Okay, what you got, buddy? Depends on what you have. Birdkeeper Phil. A Doduo. Not a bad Pokemon. Definitely not a bad Pokemon by any means. Although Dotrio would be better, to be honest. But honestly, Doduo's not too bad. I think we can easily go for an Ancient Power here. As long as we thankfully didn't swap out, that Pursuit would have hurt. But honestly, thankfully, we didn't go for the swap because it would have hit us pretty hard, because that does double damage if you try and leave. But, not too bad. That works out. Yeah, sorry there, buddy. We lacked potential. More like you lacked evolution, I'm gonna be honest. Dodo is good, but it needs to be evolved. I'm gonna be honest. But, didn't do too bad. Also, was not expecting a trainer right there. The vast skies holds untold promise. Nothing can compare to the sheer exhilaration of a flight. I guess true. Flying is pretty cool. Not everybody likes to fly, though, because some people have big fears of flying. I'm not one of them, but my mom is definitely one of those people that is pretty scared of flying. So, not everybody, but close enough, buddy. I would say 50%. Or probably lower than that, actually. Probably maybe 25% of people are scared of flying, I would say, because of the heights and everything. But Swallow. Okay, well, I think we can go Ancient Power here, because any kind of flying type moves we really don't need to worry about. We were tanky enough to take them, and honestly, it shouldn't do that much damage by the case scenario, but Double Team could mess us up here, with the fact that it rose its evasiveness enough that it was able to dodge our Ancient Power, which is a little unfortunate, but thankfully our second one ended up going through anyways, so no matter what, even though it raised its evasiveness, it only just prolonged the fight, just a slight bit, but it didn't really work for it. Well, level 35 for Razor, pretty good to see, and down goes you. Down and out. Yep, down and out indeed, buddy. But, honestly, you tried. You definitely tried. You almost got me. A couple times there. But, ooh, we got Team Aqua again. Also kind of curious, what's in the grass over there? Just seeing if it's worth crawling ourselves over there. It is a Pokemon we've seen before, and it is a Kecleon. Okay, so since we already saw that, definitely leave it in there. But I'm definitely going to say, let's go for a heal here, since we're going to need it. And then I think we're ready for Team Aqua. So, I guess off we go. Hello, Team Aqua Grunts. Anything from you? Lookout duty is surprisingly boring. Hey you, please don't go near the Weather Institutes. We'll definitely be going there, just because you told us not to. We're even forced to stand lookout, while the admins are off having private time. Oh, both admins, you say? So Matt and Shelly are here, apparently. We're standing lookout here. Hey you, stay away from the Weather Institutes. It's not safe. Well, because you said that, we're going inside the Weather Institute. Sorry there, Team Aqua. You ain't gonna stop us. I'm gonna be honest there, buddies. But, off we go, honestly. Hey, more of the Hoenn Rangers. It's pretty funny to keep seeing those guys. But, hello there. Welcome to the Weather Institute. There seems to be some kind of disturbance on the second floor. But I'm a professional. I'm not easily rattled. Okay. Well, I think we definitely know where we're going. And, oh, hello. What's going on with you, buddy? While I was sleeping, everyone went upstairs. Sleeping, you say? Is this a place? Oh, we could have... Okay. Well, now that we know that there's a bed here, we have a free way of healing ourselves. Also, if we wanted to swap any Pokemon out, we have a PC here too, which is nice. But let's definitely take on our grunts now. The boss got interested in the research they have going on here, so he sent us out. Quit your meddling. How about no one quitting our meddling? We're gonna meddle as long as we want to, buddy. You are now challenged by Team Aqua Grunts, and he's got a Mightyena. Okay, they're starting to upgrade now, so we do need to be a little careful. But honestly, Mightyena's not a problem Pokemon, and Intimidate doesn't affect us at all, since we're not a physical Pokemon whatsoever. So it's all depending on how we go against the Mightyena. Scary Face, that's kind of a waste of a move, honestly, buddy. We're really, really slow. But, you do you, I guess. Not the smartest idea, so, I'm gonna be honest there. But, you do you. And Assurance shouldn't hurt us either, because just the fact that I think Assurance is the one that depends on you attacking last. So, honestly, this poor Mightyena is not really having a chance here. He could keep trying to hit us, but we're too tanky for him, it looks like. Sorry there, bud. A Giga Drain for you, get a little bit of our HP back before the next Pokemon comes out, and down you go. Definitely, gonna be honest, sir. Definitely not scared of you. and almost 900 experience from that. Okay, we got ourselves a Golbat. Poison could be a problem, but the flying's not a problem. So, depending on... Oh, you're going Poison Fang. Oh, wait, never mind. Poison's not a problem, actually. Our rock typing actually completely negates the weakness of that. I was thinking that we would still get hit pretty hard, but we actually don't, which is actually good. I was expecting much worse outcomes out of that, to be fair. But thankfully, we're actually perfectly fine against both of the types of Golbat, which actually caught me off guard, honestly. Just because I always thought that even though we had the rock typing, I actually thought we still were weak to poison. But I'm actually quite curious what our actual weaknesses are then, because I think it's only 2 of them then, which is not bad. That's pretty good. Although we don't have many resistances because of the grass typing, but honestly, for the most part, that's not too bad, honestly, if you really think about it. The level 32 for Caesar, pretty good to see, and honestly, we'll take any kind of levels we can get. The more levels we get, the better we'll feel later. Blast it! Blasted by a kid. Yeah, sorry there, bud. Gotta try harder than that if you want to take us out. Because we have the option to, let's definitely take the bed and give Caesar a nice full heal. Since, honestly, this is our best chance of getting Caesar some real experience here. Since Team Aqua Grunts are typically water-type users. So, honestly, the more water-type Pokemon, the better. I came here because I heard that the Institute is investigating the relationship between super ancient Pokemon and the weather. Super ancient Pokemon and weather, you say? Well, yeah, I guess that would definitely be a affectant to the weather for sure. And I guess you could kind of pinpoint something with that, but definitely a way to think about it. Okay, Grimer is definitely one that I was not expecting here, but I forgot they can have them. But Ancient Power might work here. That was decent. But thankfully, because Poison's not something we need to be worried about, we can perfectly stay in this fight without any major problems. It really depends on minimizes. That is what I was worried about. Because Grimer likes minimize, and depending on how many of those he does, thankfully we were able to get that Ancient Power immediately in. Honestly, minimize is a problem ability sometimes, especially when we were playing Brilliant Diamond with the Drifblim in the Elite Four. That guy can actually be pretty scary. Because, well, it's not scary, it's more like he makes you stay in that fight for like 30 minutes if you get unlucky. Our plan's being spoiled by a kid. Yeah, it definitely is. Sorry there. But, your Pokemon are definitely not ready for ours, that's for sure. And the funniest thing is the Pokemon we're beating them with is not the strongest Pokemon. Well, not tanky enough either, but until we get it evolved, honestly, but definitely not too bad. But there's Shelly.
Could it be? Is this the world Archie hoped to create?
Curse you. The precious results of my research. Give them back.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, she slapped him. Steady on. Are you alright?
Fine. I'll give it back. I'll give it back, alright. The awakening of the super ancient Pokemon will bring about extreme weather. If this happened all over the world, what would become of Pokemon? Not to mention people.
Okay. Interesting, development from Shelly there. Because, well, that's all of Team Aqua's plans is to, you know, bring ancient Pokemon back to life, obviously, by the cover Pokemon, since Kyogre's for Aqua, and then Magma's for Groudon. But, definitely an interesting development from her, even though she slapped the dude. We're Team Aqua, we appear whenever anything rare is found. Where anything rare is found, you say? Well, I guess makes sense. But, the weather forecast area isn't really, you know, the Weather Institute really isn't the rarest place in the world. But, if you say so. But, definitely, you know, storming your local news outlet is probably not the smartest thing to do. I'm gonna be honest there, buddies, but here's a nice Giga Drain into that Carvana. So, good thing we finally got a Water-type Pokemon to pop up, because that's where we really shine. And another Mighty Anna. Well, we don't really know how we do against Mightyena, against Lilip here. We could definitely check, but it really kind of is depending on how this thing's going to fight back. Because, although we did fight that one earlier, it looks like about the same damage. I was thinking that it was going to hurt more than... Oh, hey, Ancient Power actually went through. We get a nice little boost in every single stat, which is always good to see. But honestly, the more of those we get, the apparently broke through our defenses, even though we just built something. But, okay. Interesting. Oh, he's going Swagger. Well, Swagger doesn't really work because we're not using our attack stat. So, you could do that, but we might not hit ourselves. Hopefully not. Nope, we did. Okay. Not exactly what I was hoping out of that. And I don't want to go to Pokeballs on accident. Let's see about this in the essence of... Well, even if we use an energy powder, that really doesn't work for us, does it? I don't want to waste the hyper potions, though. So let's just use a normal energy powder here, since I have one. Since we got one of those from just walking around. But, okay, he's going Scary Face. That's pretty good. Okay, that's better than what I thought was going to happen there. And then what we could do here is we can go Giga Drain just to get a little bit of our HP back. He's going for Scary Faces, though. Not really the smartest idea based on the fact that we're slower by than you by a lot, but okay. Interesting. Not sure why you're doing that, but it doesn't really help you whatsoever. And now he's dropping our attack, which doesn't help him either. We're still hitting ourselves in confusion, though, which is not the best thing. But honestly, it's not the worst thing either, because it's not something that's going to severely mess us up. But I'm going to use a Citrus Berry here, just to make sure we get this experience. Because the more experience, the better. I was thinking that was going to heal me more. Okay. Well, we're still low on HP. So is there a way to kind of counteract this without using Hyper Potion? Don't think so. Okay. We'll use one. I have 15 of them, so I don't mind using one if we have to. But I was kind of hoping we can get away with not having to worry about that. But it looks like we got to there in that instance. But thankfully, we should break out of the confusion immediately. So it's not going to be too bad. Because we've been confused for way too long, so it should immediately break, thankfully. But just like that, down goes Mightyena. Nice try there, buddy, but you got close. Thankfully, we had enough healing items to kind of counteract what just happened there, but level 37 for Osborne, and down goes a Grunt. You got me. Yeah, we definitely did. You almost got me, though, on my poor Lily there, but Caesar ended up surviving somehow. But, hello there, Team Grunt. You're not gonna catch me, I'm gonna catch you this time. Huh? What's a kid doing here? Good question. Very, very good question. You gonna get the answer? Probably not. But, hello there. Okay, you got yourself a Golbat. Definitely not a Pokemon I'm anywhere near worried about, since we now know about the poison typing for sure, so we don't need to worry about any of the things that... Well, Confuse Ray is definitely a ability I'm kind of worried about by the fact that we punched ourselves in confusion like at least twice in that last little fight with that Mightyena. So I'm a little worried about that, but anything else this Golbat might do really shouldn't worry me. Because Swift obviously doesn't do anything to us. And then obviously for any of the poison or flying type moves it won't be super effective. It really depends on if it really does have something that it can use on us, but it doesn't look like this one has anything. Sorry there, Golbat, but down you go, buddy. Down, all of our grunts are down now, though. We got a decent amount of experience out of that, too. Level 34 for Jane, and down goes the Team Aqua grunt. Huh? I lost? Yeah, you did. Sorry, though. Sorry, but not sorry at the same time. Let's definitely make sure there's nobody left. Okay, all the grunts are down. Let's go and heal real quick before we go to Shelly, because, let's be honest here, Shelly's more than likely going to attack us, so let's at least be on our toes, right? So, as long as we're safe, I think we'll be perfectly ready for Shelly here with Caesar here, because I want to go straight into the fight with Caesar, if possible. Probably not the smartest idea, but I guess we'll find out. Hey, Shelly, long time no see. Last time we saw you were on Mount Chimney, But the other guy outside said admins. I don't see Matt anywhere around here.
Oh my. I even run into you when I'm not on the clock. I wonder why that is. Maybe we're destined to be together. Hahaha. Wanna know something? I'm feeling so empty and downhearted right now. I can't get my head straight. Help me take my mind off of it. The way you and your Pokemon battle so straightforwardly and sincerely with such hope. It makes me so mad.
Okay, well, looks like Shelly needs to get some of her anger off. So here we go. Right into Aqua Admin Shelly. Okay, what do you got? Going straight into a Sharpedo. Actually, not a bad Pokemon for us to be against. Actually. Because the dark typing on Sharpedo is not something we need to worry about. Although Sharpedo does hit hard, we do actually have some tanky stats here. And I do have a... Actually, is it the rock or do we have the seed? I don't know if we have Miracle Seed or not, but, well, I think we do. Or, no, that was just a crit. The crit was just enough. Normally, this Pokemon does not hit that hard. So, hitting a crit there is pretty nice, honestly. Level 33 for Caesar, and down goes Team Aqua Shelly with literally no problem whatsoever. We actually took her out faster than the grunts in this area, funnily enough. Sorry there.
Haha, that tired me out.
3,200 for winning? Not too bad. Still less than what we got from Archie earlier, though, on Mount Chimney. But down you go.
I feel a bit more relaxed. Thanks. As a token of my gratitude, I'll tell you one thing. When Team Aquas know when the illustrious Archie's ambitions have been realized, the world will truly return to its beginnings, to before the birth of anything at all. Think for yourself. What about, about what to do when you're up against that reality. I still haven't figured out for myself what's wrong and what's right. See ya. I'm sure I'll run into you again, though.
Okay, well, oh, she still got something for us.
Archie is probably on the way to Mount Pyre, so
Mount Pyre, you say? Oh, so she's probably gonna join him there, probably based on what she just said there. Okay, well, see you later, Shelly. Looks like she's conflicted, which is a good thing for us, but, looks like she's still kind of ride or die with Archie, though. Thank you, young one. You helped us help save us from quite a pinch. You okay there, mate? Haha, that truly was a slap in the face. Those thieves. What could they hope to possibly gain by investigating the extreme weather patterns of thousands of years ago? Well, you probably wouldn't be able to figure it out, buddy. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. First, I must thank you properly for your help. It might seem a bit an odd way of rewarding you, but please take this Pokemon as my thanks. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You cannot carry any more Pokemon with you currently. Why don't you come on to call again, after you've made space on your team? But as for the data those ruffians were seeking, they wanted to know about the extreme weather conditions that ruled thousands of years ago, because of those two super ancient Pokemon. One of that pair was the legendary Pokemon we know as Mighty Kyogre. By absorbing the energy that abounds in the natural world, Kyogre transformed itself, or so it is said. The transformed Kyogre caused so much disturbance to the weather patterns that the world was assaulted by torrential rains, and the sea rose around the planet. We refer to this transformation as primal reversion. Its result is the terror we call Primal Kyogre. Primal reversion is a possible form of evolution, like and yet not like Mega Evolution, or so it has been theorized, but it has never been achieved by any Pokemon other than the super ancient legendary Pokemon, and so it has largely forgotten as a method of evolution. Okay, well, good to know. If you'll excuse us then, we'll be heading downstairs, but talk to us when you have a moment. We want to thank you all as well. Okay, well, off they go. But, obviously Kyogre's not the only Pokemon that can use that, since the fact is Kyogre and Groudon both can use that stuff, depending on the game that you're playing, obviously. So, definitely something to be, you know, wary about, with the fact of both games can be different in their ways of how they work. But let's throw Osborne in there for a second, and let's go grab our extra Pokemon real quick, just because there's no reason not to go grab it, right? So, let's definitely go about getting our new Pokemon. And then I don't think it's going to show us our Pokedex entry, so we'll go and read our missing Pokedex entries we haven't done yet after we do so. I would still like to thank you for somehow for your help. I hope you'll take this Pokemon for your team. And there we go, we got ourselves a Castform, the weather-based Pokemon. Changes based on the weather that you're currently dealing with, which is pretty cool. Would you like to give a nickname to Castform? No, but thank you. Castform is a Pokemon that changes its forms according to the current weather conditions. We have many Castform living here in the Institute with us. They help us with our research of weather phenomenon. And honestly, definitely true there. But honestly, first things first is we definitely need to check our Pokedex, since we have some missing Pokedex entries that we haven't read through yet of current Pokemon we use on our team. So let's definitely go to Swampert first. Swampert, the Mudfish Pokemon. Type, Water Ground. 4'11", basically 5 foot, and 180.6 pounds. Swampert predicts storms by sensing subtle differences in the sound of waves, and tidal winds with its fins. If a storm is approaching, it piles up boulders to protect itself, which is pretty cool. And honestly, from there, we have the entirety of the Gardevoir line, so let's definitely go about doing that one. So Routes, the Feeling Pokemon, Psychic Fairy, 1 foot, 4 inches, basically 15 pounds. Routes has the ability to sense the emotions of people. If its trainer is in a cheerful mood, this Pokemon grows cheerful and joyous in the same way. Kirlia, the Emotion Pokemon, Psychic Fairy, 2 foot 7, 44.5 pounds. Kirlia uses the horns on its head to amplify its psychokinetic power. When the Pokemon uses its power, the air around it becomes distorted, creating mirages of non-existent scenery. And then Gardevoir, the Embrace Pokemon, Psychic Fairy as well, 5 foot 3, and basically 107 pounds. Gardevoir has the psychokinetic power to distort the dimensions and create a small black hole. This Pokemon will try to protect its trainer, even at the risk of its own life. And definitely a pretty strong Pokemon for sure. And then other than that, Latios is definitely one we haven't read yet. So let's definitely make our way to Latios. I'm pretty sure we did Lileep, but let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we read that, so we can back out of Lileep, so we're good there. We have the Castform that we just got to, so we'll do Castform right now. Castform, the Weather Pokemon. Type, normal, but it can change, I believe. I believe based on the type of the weather, it becomes an ice, electric, or fire type, if I remember correctly. Not 100% on that, but oh no, it's water, ice, and fire. That was what it was. But water kind of looks like it's electric in a way, but it's not. But not too bad. 1 foot in height, and basically 2 pounds. Castform borrows the power of nature to transform itself into the guises of the sun, rain, and snow clouds. This Pokemon's feelings change with the weather as well, which makes sense, since it's attuned to the weather completely. But with that being said, our final Pokemon being our legendary Pokemon that we got in the last one, Latios, the Eon Pokemon. Dragon Psychic, weight, height, 4 foot, 7 inches, 88.2 pounds, basically 88 pounds. But Latios is a highly intelligent and capable of understanding human speech. It is covered with a glass-like down the Pokemon enfolds its body with. Its down and refracts light to alter its appearance. And honestly, pretty cool Pokemon, honestly. It can transform into people based off the anime, which is pretty cool. So it does have the ability to, one, talk to people and pretend to be people or other Pokemon, which is pretty cool. But you can't really use that in the game. But I think it would be cool if it had the ability to transform, if it wanted to change up its moveset completely into the opposite Pokemon that you're fighting. Would be pretty interesting to have, but sadly, not a feature in this game, but it definitely would be a cool thing to have access to, honestly. But honestly, now that we're definitely ready to get ourselves on out of here, let's definitely head on out. I think we're more than ready. But over the bridge we go, and to our next journey. Since we're getting closer and closer to Fortree, there's Pokemon in the water, but it's a flying Pokemon. Probably a Wingull. Kind of curious. It is definitely a Wingull. Yeah, sorry there, buddy. Definitely a no there, but definitely nice try, though.
Oh, Spooks. Oh, gosh, where, have you been hiding? I've been looking all over for you.
Well, hey, May. Long time no see.
Oh, where did you get that thing on your wrist? Oh, that's a pretty fancy-looking bracelet.
It's not really a bracelet, but, yeah, it definitely is pretty cool, though.
Oh, well, that's a Mega Bracelet. Oh, and you can use it for Mega Evolution. I guess now you can keep getting even closer to your Pokemon, huh? Oh, some guys have all the luck. But I'm not about to lose to you and some accessory. Let's see who's best in battle. Are all your Pokemon all ready? Of course they are. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Here we go indeed. But honestly, here we go with May's next battle here, being our third battle with May. But this time she's definitely going to have a little bit of a more set-up team this time round. Although she did hit us pretty hard with Grovyle, to be fair, in the last time we fought her. But honestly, I think we should be fine. We're starting with Slugma, which that is a Pokemon we are weak to, so we need to be careful with Slugma. Ooh, that actually was pretty good. Going Rock Slide, really? I was expecting Incinerate, but I'll take it. Here's another Brine. Down you go. Sorry there, bud, but you kind of messed up there. I'm gonna be honest. That could have been much better for you. But, I'll take a free knockout. Okay, Donatello hit level 33 with 300 experience. Thinking he probably wasn't gonna, but not too bad. Okay, Grovyle. We could be probably fine for the time being against Grovyle. Grovyle's gonna hit hard, but because we're a grass type, well, we do have ancient power. Okay, so because of the normal typing, it negates it. So, although we are a grass rock, we get hit by a grass type, it's gonna be normal damage. But we do have acid, which is good. Oh, it missed, actually. Okay, I'll take it. I'll definitely take that, actually. Okay, one free hit into Grovyle without any problems. Another miss from Grovyle. Okay, May, if you're gonna miss all these times with Grovyle here, I'll take it. But, okay, here we go. Leaf Blade. This was what I was worrying what would probably hurt. Well, it was a critical hit, which it does have increased critical strike chance. So, not bad. Down goes Grovyle, and we actually beat it with what is technically our weakest Pokemon on our team. Not bad. Honestly, our weaker Pokemon's actually doing pretty good recently. Ever since we got to level 30, Caesar's been pretty much a powerhouse, honestly. I'm going to be honest. Because, well, we had to heal almost every other trainer for the Team Aqua grunts, but in like a basic battle where it actually starts with full HP, it's pretty good, honestly. I'll definitely say that. It's definitely starting to improve, like, drastically. But not too bad. Razor wants Power Gem. That's a rock-type move, isn't it? Well, it's special attacking. We don't need special attacking, because our Pokemon is a physical attacker, so no Power Gem. But thank you, though. Down goes May, and that was not too bad. You were definitely harder than Shelly was, because Shelly kind of got one-shotted by a random crit out of nowhere from a Pokemon I did not expect to actually knock out a Sharpedo in one hit, to be fair.
Gotcha. You're as strong as I expected, Spooks.
1,320 for winning. Not a lot, but pretty good, decent experience, though, for the fight, so thanks, May.
Well, you did battle me like I asked, but so I'll give you a reward.
Oh, hey, thanks, I'll take HM Fly. That's actually really nice of you. But that's definitely going to come in handy later.
If you use Fly, your Pokemon will carry you back to anywhere you've been before. But you must have the gym badge from Fortree City to use Fly outside a battle, though. That's the most important bit, so don't forget. Maybe you should fly home and visit Little Root sometimes. I bet your mom worries about you, Spooks. Well, till we meet again. And next time I won't lose.
We'll definitely be waiting for that chance then. Next time you won't lose, you say. Well, let's definitely put you up to the test, that's for sure. But honestly, not too bad. Fortree City right to the right of us. Obviously a little ninja kid hiding behind a cutout of a tree. Nice try there, bud. I see ya. And a couple of palm egg berries over here. We'll definitely take some freebies since they're giving us these. Although these are, I don't think ones we're going to need, but they can be helpful. Let me remember what these are though. Oh, okay, so these drop the effort values for your HP. So you can have 252 effort values. Each 4 of those effort values gives you 1 in stats. So 252 divided by 4. So that'll give you your answer on how much of one stat you can get. So you can have 2 stats with that. So you get 252 in HP and then 252 in attack. And then you can have 4 more in one other stat. So basically whatever you want out of that, pretty much. It's a little more advanced in how it works for that, but it's definitely a little bit of a... it's a lot of math when it comes to that kind of stuff. But it does make your Pokemon severely stronger if you know what you're doing. But honestly, not too bad. We're already at Fortree, so I don't mind taking on another trainer here. So let's definitely take on our ninja kid here. Hey buddy, to lurk in shadows and live in darkness, that is my destiny. I emerged to challenge you. Well, you didn't really emerge from your little tree disguise, but let's see what Yasu has. Oh, it's a Ninjask. Oh, well, we have the perfect Pokemon for that one. We already learned exactly what happens to Ninjask and good old Ancient Power, so honestly, sorry there, buddy, but although you did outspeed me, honestly, this Ancient Power is going to be taking you into next week. I'm going to be honest there, bud. So, sorry, but not sorry at the same time. But down he goes. Almost at level 34 with that. Not too bad. I admit defeats. Yeah, he probably should. That we kind of decimated you there. I'm going to be honest. You just got unlucky with the Ninjask, but that is their main Pokemon. Those ninja kids use a lot of like ninja-based Pokemon. So, basically like Shiftry, Nuzleaf, Coughing kinda, because it looks like a smoke screen. Technically, Weezing would also be fitting there. Ninjask, Nincada, Pokemon like that, typically. It's a pretty interesting selection that they use, but it makes sense though. Route 119 to Fortree City. And honestly, kind of curious about this over here, trainer tips. If you get stuck in a secret base, use an escape rope, and you can be out of your pickle in no time. Oh, I guess people, well, I guess the Pokemon Company thought that you'd get soft-locked inside one of those. Well, I guess, yeah, good thing that they have the escape ropes, because that could be a problem. There's our Pokemon Center, and there's good old Fortree. Fortree City, the treetop city that frolics with nature. You could definitely say that. The city's homes are built on trees. Perhaps because of that lifestyle, everyone seems healthy and lively. Why even I do? I feel as if I've grown 30 years younger since I moved here. Well, that's good for you, buddy. And honestly, we'll end off our episode right next to you. So, with that being said, in the next episode we will be making our way to our 6th gym leader of our adventure, being, well, the flying type gym leader of Fortree City. And honestly, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.